Today at Customized Creations, we're going to be test firing the Kahr PM45. It is a subcompact 45, holds 5 rounds of 45 in the magazine and 1 in the chamber. It's a pretty light gun. We'll get some more specs on that when we're not shooting and give you that information in a minute. So right now, let's get to shooting. As you can see, for a small little gun, it's got a little bit of flip to it. I'm trying to get used to the trigger on it. It's got a pretty decent trigger. It's a double action only trigger. It's striker fired. So far, I mean, I like the gun. It's a small little gun. It'll be a nice concealed carry gun. Let's pump some more rounds through this thing. By the way, we're shooting Golden Saber 230 grain hollow points in it right now. Trying to get used to the double action pull on it, double action only pull. It's long, it's got a long reset to it and everything, but it is actually a pretty smooth pull and it's pretty light for what it is. I'm used to shooting guns that are single action with a lot lighter pull to them and a shorter reset. So shoot a few more rounds through the Kahr PM45 here. Do some rapid fires. And that was a first. Let's try that again. A little flippy for what I would like. What I'd probably like to see out of this would be something that I can get my finger a little more like an extended mag. I think that would help me control the gun a little bit better. So let's put 5 more rounds. We're going to try something else in here. The last time I loaded this, what I notice on these is that when you're putting it in, sometimes it's a little tough. And I don't know if it's this gun in particular, or if it's the way the round sits inside here when you're putting it in, but what I notice, it gets it right about there, and sometimes it's a little, like right now it's hard, so it's got to be the round that's sitting inside here. Had to give it a good extra push there. Take it out and do it again and it seems to sit fine. So it's got to be something with the way the round is sitting up inside there. Because the minute we push it back and up, when it tilts down a little bit, it seems like it goes in better. So again, we take it out. Well, now it's seeming to do that every time. So. And now it made a liar out of me. So it's got to be the way the rounds are sitting inside the mag there that kind of make it hard to push up inside there. So let's shoot our last 5 out of this. And again, well, now we got a problem here. And that's pretty interesting. There's no round chambered. I'll take that back. There is a round chambered. Maybe we're having some issues with the ammo that we're using that I don't know what it is. So we're going to take a break here for a second. Okay, we did get the round out. You can see we do have a primer hit on it. It actually looks like a pretty decent primer hit. I really don't see anything on this round here that would cause it to, you know, that looks like a malfunction that dented the top of the bullet or the casing or anything like that. It's a little rough back here in the rim, and we got a couple little marks where it must have gone up the feed ramp. So we're going to load it back up and we're going to try it again and see what happens. That loaded fine, so excuse me, hopefully we'll get a fire out of this one. And we did. He seemed to be a little hotter than the last rounds we were shooting. Actually, they seem a lot hotter. These might be some plus P rounds. The customer gave me these rounds to test fire the gun because he was having some issues with it. And there we had another failure. So second to last round. That's interesting. I don't know what it is. I'm going to have to check with him and see what ammo this is that we're trying out. Okay, so what I got now is I was able to get it free and opened up. I got a couple of these left. I did shoot all the rest of the gold dots. I wish I would have had a couple. I might have another box of my own here that I can measure. And I'm thinking that these might be a little bit long, and that might be what's causing it to have a problem. So we're going to take a look at them and everything and see what happens with this ammunition, and I'm going to check with the customer and see what this actually is that he gave me. I'm not sure if it's a reload that he had reloaded himself or what it really is. So, but with the gold dots, we didn't have any problems with those. I'm sorry, I think those are Golden Sabers. Grab the box here. Yeah, they were Golden Sabers. The gun functioned fine with the Golden Sabers. It was actually really accurate. Even during the fast fires, if I had a finger extension on this thing, I think the gun would work a lot better for me. I'm going to do 5 quick pulls here. 5.1. Oh, we didn't reset. There we go. 5.5. 5.45. 5.3. 5.45 for an average of 5.35. So about 5 1/4 pounds of trigger pull on the gun. Like I said, it's actually a pretty smooth trigger pull. It's not really bad, you know, for what it is. It's obviously not a competition trigger gun, but it's smooth. It doesn't really have too much grit to it. This was a customer's gun, so I don't know how many rounds have been fired through it. I put 25 rounds through it and everything to make sure it was functioning right. And you saw earlier we had some problems with, I think they may be hand loads, reloads. But all in all, I like the gun. We'll step out here in a second. I'll get you some specs on the weight and the size on it and everything. Okay guys, I got some specs for you on the Kahr PM45 here. It is a 5+1 capacity, 5 in the magazine, 1 in the chamber. It's a double action only. It's a Browning type recoil lug with a passive striker, and there's no magazine disconnect in this, so you can fire this gun with a magazine not being in it. The barrel is 3.24 inches long. It's a polygonal rifling. The overall length on this gun is 5.79 inches. The height is 4.49 inches, and the slide width is 1.01 inches. The weight of the pistol is 17.3, and then the magazine is 2 ounces. It's a plastic polymer frame. This one happens to have night sights on it, and it's got a stainless steel slide that's got a black, probably like a salt bath nitride, like a melanite, Tenifer, nitron style type of finish on it. All in all, I do like the gun for its size and everything. It does seem like a pretty nice carry gun. I would like to see the finger extension on. I'd like to test one out like that with it and everything. It does have pretty decent grips in the front and the back as far as the textured surface. They're not overly textured. I would probably myself, I would like to see something maybe a little bit sharper. What we've done in the past for customers on these is we've ground these off and then we've stippled the whole 360 degrees all the way around this. We also have gone up and undercut the trigger guard to bring your finger up a little bit higher as well. So all in all, I mean, it's got a pretty nice feel to it and everything. Just that finger extension to me would be, you know, really selling this gun to me. Other than that, I mean, it's a little flippy for being a 45 as far as the muzzle blast and everything on it, but It's a comfortable gun. It's not very heavy, and as far as fitting my hand and being comfortable when I shoot it and everything, it's not something I'd want to shoot a couple hundred rounds through at the range, but it is a nice gun to shoot. And unlike some of the other guns that have extreme recoil in them and everything that I don't want to shoot that often, this is a gun that I would put a couple hundred rounds through. I just wouldn't want to do it that often, but I could see myself going to the range and putting 200, 300, 400 rounds through this thing, no problem, in a sitting and having some fun with it. So if you guys are looking at one of these guns, take a look for it, see if you can rent it and everything to see if you like it. I would highly recommend looking for a finger extension on the bottom of it so that you can get a full grip on it and everything. The night sights are nice on it. Other than that, the trigger pull, I mean, you could do a little bit with it if you wanted to, but I really don't think it's that bad as far as being, a carry gun like this. It's pretty light trigger pull, as you saw earlier in some of the testing that we did. And other than being kind of a long trigger pull, but it is a double action only, it's a really nice gun. So check them out. I know Kahrs are a little expensive for what they are compared to, a Glock and a SIG and stuff like that. I don't think it's up to SIG's quality level or an HK or something like that. I do think it's probably maybe a little bit above a Glock as far as having some more metal components and a sturdier feel to it and everything, but obviously we know Glock has been around for a long time and is a really proven gun. So bottom line is, it's a nice little gun. I like it. I would recommend it to you.